Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. So I wanted to do a little chat vlog today because I've actually upgraded my camera. I've been using the same camera since my first vlog, or the same two cameras, my Canon G7X and my GoPro, or GoPros 4, 5 and 6. So I've been using the same cameras up until now. All epic cameras, by the way, really good quality. I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram recently about what camera that I use to take my photos, and 99% of my photos have been using my Canon G7X, which is what I'm filming on now, and my GoPro 5 or 6. The 6 is definitely my favorite. If you can afford to get the 6, get the 6. The colors, the stabilization are so good. So yeah, I just wanted to do a video because I wanted to say to you guys that you don't need a really expensive camera to take good photos. It's really about the quality of what you're showing, and I think that you can still produce really good content even using just your phone. Like, the technology is so good these days, you don't really need a big expensive camera to get started. So the Canon G7X is something like the GoPro, or even your phone, just start with those. Like, they've taken me this far, and then when you find that this is something that you kind of like you're doing more regularly, maybe you're working with brands, then I think it's a good time to start looking at investing in something a bit more expensive. So I've got to that point now where I've been thinking about a new camera probably since last year, umming and ahhing, looking at different YouTube videos. There's so much information out there, there's so many contrasting views, it's pretty confusing. Like, I had no idea what camera to get, but when I was in New Zealand I think, yeah, a few months ago in December with Dan, I asked him, because he's definitely more experienced in cameras than me. Thanks, Dan, by the way. So he told me to look at this one specific camera, and so I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna go look at the camera that you recommended. I looked at all the reviews online, and I was like, I mean, they were all pretty good reviews. So I went to the shop, I looked around, I saw the price, it was freaking expensive, and I was like, you know, I was in two minds about it. I'm a very indecisive person, so it takes me a really long time to make decisions, especially if it's like financial decisions. Like, should I do it, should I not? I know I want it, I'm probably gonna get it, but I still like go back and forth. Anyway, I ended up picking up a brand new Sony a6500. So this is my new vlogging camera now, guys. So I'm pretty excited. I actually have had zero experience using a camera like this, which is why I was reluctant to buy it in the first place. But at the same time, I was like, I need to buy a new camera because I want to learn how to use a proper professional camera. If I don't buy one, how am I going to spend time learning how to use it? The best way to do it is just to invest, and then I'm gonna have no choice. I'm gonna have to learn how to use it because I've spent so much money on it. So it was kind of weird going into a store when you've seen all the reviews, but you're still unfamiliar with the product. Like, I don't know about all the specs, and I didn't even really know about lenses, but oh no, my battery's gonna die. 1 second, let me just switch batteries before this dies on you guys. All right, we're back, full battery. So yeah, I didn't really know about lenses. I was like a bit unfamiliar with the product, but anyway, I ended up getting it, and I couldn't be happier with the decision. I'm really happy with the quality that this produces. You guys might have seen like the hot air balloon vlog, for example. That was using mainly this camera, and yeah, I'm really happy with some of the shots that were coming out. I just got to a point where I wasn't really liking the stuff that was coming out of my Canon. I felt like I could do better, and I felt like I just needed a new camera. And I don't know if it was because the Canon was getting a little bit old and dusty, and maybe stuff was in the lens and it just wasn't as clear, or if it was just like I felt like it was limiting me. But either way, I just felt like it was time for an upgrade. So yeah, this is really cool. It does 4K, and 120 frames per second, so you can get some really cool slow motion stuff with this. They've got the zoom lens, and yeah, the only downside is when I was shooting at the Burj, I was shooting in 4K, and this was my very first vlog with this camera, and the screen was really hard to see on the screen because of the bright sunlight. So I couldn't really see what I was doing, and I think it's because the camera is using so much power to shoot in 4K that it tries to save on its save the battery by dimming the screen, which is kind of annoying. Like, I hope they change that, but in 1080 it's fine, you can see perfectly well. And then the other downside that I saw What's the other downside? There was another downside. The battery life isn't the best. And what else? But I've got 2 extra batteries, so that's good. And then, what was the other downside that I saw? Oh yeah, sorry. The other downside was there's no flip out screen. So the screen only does this, which is so weird. Like, why wouldn't they just make it flip out? But I guess it's not supposed to be used for like vloggers. It's supposed to be for professional like film makers, and so they don't really shoot like this. So I think that they thought there was no need. But I mean, if they just added the flip screen, like why wouldn't you just do it just for the sake of it? It's not gonna like change anything about the camera. But anyway, there's no flip screen like the Canon. The Canon's got the flip screen, so I can see where I'm in frame right now. Yeah, oh yeah, and the other cool thing is that I am gonna be able to use a mic with this, which I actually need to go to the mall and get, so I might do that today. The Canon, I've never used a mic in my life, so sorry about that, guys. I know my audio's been pretty bad, but hopefully with this one, well, I am gonna get a new mic with this one, so the sound quality is gonna be a lot better. So I'm excited to up my sound quality and up the quality of my footage. What about you guys? Which cameras do you guys, I mean, do any of you guys vlog? What cameras are you using? It's gonna be interesting because, like I said, I've never really used a camera like this before, so I've just been watching tons of YouTube videos to learn how to actually use it, because that's kind of like how I've learned everything. Learn how to edit using Lightroom, learn how to edit using Final Cut Pro, pretty much anything that I want to learn how to do, I just YouTube it. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time looking at Sony a6500 like tutorial lessons. But yeah, I'm very, very excited, and I want to share what camera I'm using now. But like I said, you don't need something like this. And if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend going for either the Canon G7X, the Sony RX100, which I haven't personally used, but I've heard great things, and one of these. I feel like everyone has one of these, especially like every traveler, every filmmaker. These are so easy to carry around. They're so powerful and so great. You can do so much with these GoPros. I mean, I would never travel without this, let's put it that way. So yeah. That's basically all I wanted to say to you guys today. Yeah, now it's time to go to the mall to get a mic, so let's go. Alrighty peeps, I just got to the mall. It is a Friday, so probably the worst day to come to the mall because Friday's the weekend and it's so busy, but I've chosen Friday to come, so that's just the way it's gonna be. Alright, let's go get this microphone because you guys probably can't even hear me right now anyway. Probably the 2 main malls. Dubai Mall is gigantic, whereas Mall at Emirates is still humongous, but it's a little bit smaller. Well, it's quite a lot smaller, but it's still big. You're still going to be spoiled for choice. I'd say Mall at Emirates is probably my favourite because it's not too big, but it has all the main shops. So I really like Mall at Emirates. Obviously today we're going to be heading to the electronics section, which is that way. And yeah, we're going to go find myself a microphone. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little view into what the mall is like and my opinions on it. And yeah, let's go. Let's get this audio sorted ASAP because yeah, it needs to be done. Alright, so I just tried Emax and they don't actually sell that microphone, so I'm going to head down. There's a massive electronics store here called Jumbo Electronics, so I'm going to go check there and see if they've got it, and if they don't have it then there's another store downstairs, I forgot the name of it, so I'm going to just check every single store. Hopefully I can get it because that's the only reason that I've come out today, so fingers crossed. So this is the microphone I'm looking for. Yeah, it's sort of like a double one and it goes into like two microphones in one almost. Alright, so I just came to Jumbo and they don't have it here either. They said they've got it in Dubai Mall, which is so annoying, which means I have to drive all the way downtown to get there, which is, I mean, it's not ideal, but I'm going to check out the other stores as well. So I'm going to check out 2 more stores. So guys, fingers crossed for me, keep your fingers crossed. These travelator things because people block the whole travelator. So you have to stand and wait on them. And I hate standing and waiting. Like, I'm such a walker. They frustrate me so much. Oh, I hate them. Completely blocked. I don't understand why people just don't move. This is like the worst. I'm so impatient. Oh no, Grand Stores doesn't have it either. Every store has said I have to go to the Sony shop at Dubai Mall. So Mall the Emirates, you have let me down. You've let me down. I said you're my favourite mall, but now you're not my favourite mall anymore because you don't have any of the stuff that I need to get. So I'm now going to head over to Dubai Mall. Alright, so I have made it to Dubai Mall. Oh my gosh, the parking was crazy. There was literally 0 spaces. So I continued going all the way around and I went all the way up to the top, which is parking 10, and the whole place is empty. There is so much space here. So if you can't find parking at Dubai Mall on the weekend, just come up to the top level, parking 10, and there's literally like tons of space, which is so good. People probably don't usually park here in the summer because it's too hot, but right now, I mean, it's winter, so the car won't get too hot and you'll be fine. Alright, now I need to go find Sony, get this camera, and then, so not camera, I need to get my microphone, then go. Sony, do not let me down. Dubai Mall, do not let me down. Alright, there it is.
This one? Okay, this one, okay.
Damn, Sony have run out of stock of the microphone, and literally no other store that I've been to sells that microphone, and Sony's not going to get it until Wednesday. So I've come all the way here and they don't even have it. I should have actually called them first. That was really silly of me. You live and you learn. That was a massive fail of a day. Didn't manage to get my microphone, but I hope you guys just enjoyed this little daily-ish vlog. I'm gonna add a little section to my YouTube, and it's just gonna be called dailies, and it's just gonna be vlogs like this that aren't travel. So yeah, that's gonna be a little update to my YouTube. Anyways, I've been ranting all day long, so I will, I'm gonna leave you, love you and leave you, and I'll see you in my next vlog. See you soon, bye.